Hey, Coop here. Welcome to 90-Second Recap, where I share a quick sports history lesson based on today's cap. It's September 21st, and I'm wearing a Chicago Cubs New Era 5950 purchased from New Era. This is a version of the Cubs City Connect cap, albeit in an atypical colorway. New Era calls it Birchwood, but I'm going to label it Autumnal, appropriate given that this is the final night prior to the fall equinox. Not to be confused with the Weekend Paradox, the topic of today's and tomorrow's episodes. And by Weekend Paradox, I mean two guys called Doc. On this date in 1915, Doc Watson hurled his final big league contest, authoring a complete game victory. The perfect bookend for his brief major league career, which began with a complete game victory little more than 2 years earlier. Baseball fans are quite familiar with the late season audition, where a kid with promise has the opportunity to showcase his talents for the big league brass in hopes of setting the tone for the following season. Branch Rickey of the Cardinals was the first to realize that having a place to stash talent that was ultimately under contract to the big league parent would be way more useful than bringing in random players from random teams, and thus gave birth to the farm system as we know it in the mid-1920s. But in 1913, that was still a decade off, so the Cubs were gambling when purchasing Watson from the Fond du Lac Moles, a team that existed for a mere 75 games. Doc would jump to the Federal League the following year, the remainder of his big league career paralleling that of the Outlaw League. Both went belly up after the 1915 season.